We are here once again with our next poem in our book, First Light, the poem titled Amanda, with an exclamation mark. So, what does it tell you? It tells that it's a call for Amanda. Somebody is calling her all the times. It's written by Robin Clan. So, let us know about the poetess first. Robin McMahon is a well-known Australian author of books for children. She most of the times wrote about and for children. She was born on 28 February 1936 in Campsie, New South Wales, and now she resides near Melbourne in Australia itself. This poem actually expresses the views of a little girl named Amanda. So the poem has been rightly titled Amanda. Amanda is constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes, which is a common factor with all the children, in fact, every human being. Mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct laid out by the society in which we live. This poem, it's about the mental state of this young school-going girl who is always checked, always instructed by her elders, who is always given a big list of do's and don'ts, and she does not feel happy about it. She doesn't want to live according to what her elders tell her all the time. Now, this is what bothers most of us throughout our life. I would not say these days, throughout our lives, because parents, whenever they do something for their children, they do it always with an aim in their mind that they are doing something good for their children. But as we always have heard this statement that excess of everything is bad, so sometimes giving excess of love, sometimes giving excess of instructions is also wrong, because that time what happens, children feel a little annoyed and then they want to become free of all this nagging and scolding. So I'm telling you, parenting is one of the hardest, toughest jobs in the world, unpaid also, because being a parent comes with a big responsibility, and times have come when the parents and the children, they should change their thinking pattern and the pattern, the way we wish the children to imbibe certain things in them. And so the children, they should also imbibe a set of rules and regulations, because they are actually helpful in living a balanced, rational, and happy life. So let us get acquainted now with the summary of the poem. In this poem, a child's feeling about restrictions her parents put on her has been given to us. Children always feel that their parents don't let them do many things they want to do. In the poem, there is a girl named Amanda who feels her mom nags her too much. Nagging means all the time keeping a check and all the time scolding her and asking her to do this and not to do that. So the mother scolds Amanda for biting her nails, hunching her shoulders, and not sitting straight. You people are also scolded for these things, aren't you? Amanda doesn't like it. So most of the children do not like such kind of things. On the contrary, Amanda lives in her dream world. Whenever her mother scolds her, Amanda would drift into a fantasy world, and she would imagine herself sometimes to be a mermaid, sometimes to be Rapunzel, sometimes to be an orphan, because when she doesn't want to face the scolding and nagging of her mother, she would go into a world of fantasy, imagination. The mother drags Amanda out of her dream by asking whether she has completed her homework or not. She also asks her whether she has tidied her room, means she has kept everything, every belonging in her room at their place. She tells her to clean and polish her shoes. Now Amanda next time again goes into an imagination, and she considers herself to be an orphan, because she thinks if she would be an orphan, there would be no parents to scold her, there would be no parents to interrupt her freedom. Then her reverie means the flow of her thoughts, is broken by her mother's nagging again. The mother instructs Amanda not to eat chocolates because of her acne and pimples, because now Amanda is growing up in age, and it so happens that some of the children, some of the teenagers, when they consume a lot of fatty, oily things to eat, they start having acne and pimples. So the mother was worried about that. So she also scolds her for not looking at her when she is talking to her. When you might also have observed this thing, sometimes when parents and elders are talking to you and you people are not maintaining an eye contact, you are being scolded for that, aren't you? So just have a humorous side of the poem. Just try to um, think how does it so happen with you also, but just take it in a positive way, because no parent has an ill will or a bad intention for their kids, sorry. Now Amanda is enjoying another dream. She fantasizes herself as Rapunzel, living peacefully in her tower. She feels she will never let down her hair from the tower as Rapunzel used to let down. Now her mother again reprimands her for sulking and being moody. She says if Amanda would keep on being sulky and moody, people would think that she is scolded too much. So this poem is going to be about all this. In detailed summary, I have got you acquainted with the poem. In the next lesson, we'll read the paragraph wise explanation. Happy reading.